But of all the signs and symbols of change around the cross, nothing tells the story better than the stones of Darlinghurst Jail. Completed in 1841, it was built on the site of the old Woolloomooloo Stockade, a kind of overflow camp for the overcrowded Sydney jail in George Street. The centralized arrangement of buildings followed the plan of Philadelphia Prison in the United States. The massive outer walls were designed and supervised by Francis Greenway, the convict architect. The Supreme Court was built later, conveniently close by. The stone for the jail was quarried by convicts in Forbes Street. At every block bears a convict's mark. When a man had cut his quota, he could work for a free settler for money. In June 1841, the prisoners moved into their new home. 119 men marched up to Darlinghurst from the city, chained together, led by a notorious bushranger, Paddy Curran, and guarded by 55 policemen. Next day, 50 women prisoners followed, and eventually the number of women prisoners grew to more than 300. The executions began almost immediately in October 1841. At first, they were held outside in Forbes Street, but public protests had them moved back inside. Altogether, 75 men and 1 woman were hanged here, the last in 1908. Today, there are new tenants in the cell blocks of Darlinghurst Jail, the 9,000 students of the East Sydney Technical College, learning to be artists and sculptors, butchers and pastry cooks. It's a transformation scene that only the irreverent pantomime of King's Cross could provide. For the students as they stroll or sit in the sun, this setting is a world away from the scene that haunted Henry Lawson, who spent some time in this jail for not supporting his wife.
They shut a man in the 4x8 with a 6-inch slit for air, 23 hours of the 24 to brood on his virtues there. The dead stone walls and the iron door close in like iron bands on eyes that have followed the distant haze out there on the level lands. The great round church with its volume of sound where we dare not turn our eyes. They take us there from our separate hells to sing of paradise. The high church service swells and swells where the tinted Christs look down. It's easy to see who's weary and faint and weareth the thorny crown. You get the gold dust into your throat. Your skin goes the dead jail white. You get the jail wine in your voice and in every letter you write. And into your eyes comes the bright jail light. Not the glare of the world's distraught, not the haunted look nor the guilty look, but the awful look of the court.